Wear a mask. Wear a mask. Wear your mask.
Hey guys, it's Joselle and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to sew your own mask. I know it's kind of late, like we've been in this thing for about a year now, so I'm sure by this time everyone has a mask. But you know what? Better late than never. Here are just a couple of the masks that I had sewn that night, and many more to keep sewing. For materials, what you're going to need is a pattern. I'll link the one I used down below. Matching colored thread. You're also going to need bobbin for the sewing machine, which you also need. I know the one I'm showing right now has pink thread in it, but by the time I started sewing the mask, I found the red one, so we all good. Next, I have some black elastic because y'all ears be dirty. Not mine though, y'all be easy. Then some scissors, either a ruler or measuring tape, a seam ripper just in case you make any mistakes, some sewing pins, and a big safety pin. Next, you need some interfacing / stiff, the pattern fabric that you want for the outside of the mask, and then also an inside lining color, and lastly, an iron. So first here, I already have my 2 pattern pieces cut out. Right now, all I'm doing is just ironing down the fabric pieces. When it comes to stiff, you iron the fabric pieces on the shiny part. Not this part, the shiny part. So you're going to put the fabric on top of the shiny part, because that's the part that has the adhesive, and then you iron it down. Make sure that the correct side of the fabric is facing up. And once you've done that, you want to just cut it out. And then iron it one last time to make sure that it's fully adhered to each other. Next, I'm taking my lining piece and ironing that really quickly. This is exactly how I cut out the pattern piece, but I just make sure that the fabric is on the fold. I use my pins and just pin it all around. Once I've done that, I just cut it out, and then I have my 2 pieces. So now the pattern piece has been adhered to the stiff, and we have the lining pieces. We're gonna go to the sewing machine. What I do is I take the 2 outside pieces and 2 inside pieces and I line them up. When you line them up, make sure that the right sides are together. Once I have them all lined up together, I just go to the sewing machine and sew down the curved part of the mask. Now that the 2 pattern pieces are together and the 2 lining pieces are together, I'm going to put the 2 separate pieces together. This is kind of hard to explain, but I'm pretty sure you see what I'm doing here, so yeah, y'all good. So I'm taking the pattern piece and flipping it inside out, and then taking the lining piece and layering it on top. Again, you want the right sides to be touching. Once I have them all lined up evenly, I'm going to put some pins in it, and then go to the sewing machine. You want to sew on the top and the bottom. You do not want to sew on the sides. When you get to the middle, make sure to backstitch. And then continue all the way down. Do the same for the bottom, just sew all the way down. When you get to the middle, backstitch, and all the way to the end. So now flip the mask inside out. So I just went and ironed it really quickly to make sure it was all flat and nice. And I'm just cutting off some excess pieces here. Now what I'm doing is creating the part where the elastic will go. So I'm folding it in about 1/2 inch and then folding it in 1 inch. I don't really measure, I kind of just like eyeball it, but you can kind of see how I'm doing it right here. Once I have that, I just pin it. And I do the same on the other side and make sure that it's even. So I fold it over like that, and then like this, so that it'll be even on both sides. Like, you just make sure it's even. Like, do it however way you could do it to make sure that it's even. Once I've got them all folded and pinned, I'm going to the sewing machine and just sewing straight down on both sides. Now I'm just making sure that the thread is secured by tying it in 3 knots on each side. Once that is done, I cut off the excess thread. I measure about 8 inches for the elastic. So I'm just taking a big safety pin and securing it onto the elastic and threading it through the little hole that we have on both sides. Once I have that, I take my needle and thread. I don't know why, but I feel like it's much easier to just hand sew it. And I just secure the elastic like that. Once you're done, shift the elastic a little bit so that the part that you sewed is like hidden inside the little loop. Then I do the same exact thing to the other side. And that is it. That's all you gotta do for the mask. This is what it looks like on. And they're really comfortable, really breathable. I love it. I've sewn so many masks. I've sold so many masks this entire time, and I love it. But that is all I have for you today for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please give me a thumbs up if you did and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.